In today's video, we're talking about how to stage your house to make more money. Hey guys, I'm Becca Summers with Seasons Real Estate, and I wanted to show you how I make my sellers more money. So this particular home, the highest sold comparable in the neighborhood, sold for $245. And because there's not a lot of inventory on the market, we knew we could push it. But there's a fine balance when you're pushing the sold comparable values because you still have to have a house appraised. So what we did extra on this house to make sure that it would sell for top dollar and make my seller more money is we had the house staged. So what we did is we came in and staged the three main areas of the house, because that is where buyers decide if they're buying your house or not and where they fall in love. So the three main areas is the front room living space, the kitchen, and the master bedroom, because those are the three things that really draw someone into buying a house. So we want to make sure that those spaces look the best. So in this particular room, you'll notice that there's no actual lighting on the ceiling. So we came in and we brought some lamp lighting for night showings, and then we also brought a mirror in and put it in that corner so it would help reflect the light from the large natural window. And there's little custom things that you have to do in each house, so there's no blanket statement of what you can and can't do in a house. It really depends on the flow of the house. So because of all of the extra work we did, my seller was able to make $25,000 more than the highest sold comparable in the neighborhood, which made him more money than everyone else. So when I first met with my seller to go over what updates he should do, I got here and the house was brown, which was super popular in the 2000 era, and the cabinets were black. So what I had the seller do is I had the seller paint the cabinets white and then replace this hardware to a more modern hardware. And then it had a piece of wood trim that went across here that was decorative and super popular in the 70s, but removing that really opened up the space to make it feel a lot brighter and lighter. Now when it came to the actual color of the walls, we wanted to make sure we painted a color that would match if someone wanted to change it to a gray or match the current flooring. Because right now this is the flooring that was in the house when I met with the seller, but this flooring would go well with gray walls. So the walls themselves are a gray beige color and could really work with any color palette depending on what the future buyer wanted to do. So one special trick that we do for all of our listings is if there's anything special or unique about the property that we really want to point out. This particular property had a new furnace and water heater, which makes it more valuable than other homes that these potential buyers are looking at. We make a video just like this, and then we have a QR code, so when the buyer comes, they can scan it, check out what extra features this house has without reading the paper, and we make sure it's not missed when it comes to the buyer seeing the property. I just wanted to point out a couple of special things this house has. So it was completely repainted and new flooring just before we put it on the market. We also went through and put all new smoke detectors in the house. And depending when you're seeing this, there will be sod in the backyard. It just is too cold to cut sod right now. And the furnace and air conditioning have been replaced recently. So now I want to talk about the kitchen staging itself. So when people are buying a house, they're buying it and they're buying into the lifestyle of the house. So one of the most important things is making sure that you have a kitchen table space so they can visualize where a table would be. An interesting thing about this house is the door this way actually goes down to the basement. So we needed to make sure that we could show that there was adequate space for a dining table so people could live and enjoy being in this house. Now when it comes to the counters, less is more when it comes to the kitchen counters. No one really wants to see appliances on a counter. They want to see the fluff and the fun stuff. So we have groupings of 3 with the pastas, and then we have the color bowl across the room, which really draws your eye across the room, which makes this space feel a lot bigger because this house itself is fairly small. The bigger we can make the space feel, the better. So the master bedroom is, depending on what list, ranked in the top 3 of the most important things in a house. Sometimes, depending on the buyer, it's number 1. So you want to make sure the master bedroom looks big. So in this room, the master bedroom is bigger than the rest of the house, but it's still not a huge master bedroom. So what we did is we brought the furniture in, but we kept it all on this side of the room to really help show the empty space of the extra space left. But you still have a large dresser and a nightstand and a full-size queen bed in this room, and there's still extra room for you to put another dresser or another nightstand. But for staging purposes, we don't want that much furniture in this room. The only time you want more furniture in a room is if the master bedroom is very large and you could potentially put in a secondary seating space. That's where it would make the most sense. So things that catch buyers' attention when it comes to staging in a master bedroom is lots of layers of pillows. So you'll notice we have lots of pillows, but you have different textures, and then there's more textures on the bed as well. So we have a texture here, here, and the throw blanket, and then the brown coffee table brings in some extra color to this space. So when you are staging, you want multiple layers of things. So a great example of layers here is we have the lamp, the flower, the book, and the crown decoration, which brings depth and dimension into this space, which really catches a buyer's eye. And you can see before and after pictures of what this house looks like, and it's crazy what staging really does to a property. If you are thinking about selling and want to really capitalize on your investment and make top dollar, feel free to reach out to me here. I would love to guide you through the process.